going on, y'all? It's your boy TerranceDraws coming back at it again with another video. Now, here are some problems that some artists, including myself, deal with on a regular basis. Now, to any aspiring artist, I'm not trying to warp your vision of art or your perception of it or create a narrative in your head that this is all it is. I'm just like trying to open your eyes to some things that can come with it, you know? So with that being said, number one is a lot of us are perfectionists. And no matter how much work or time we put into a certain piece, there's gonna be something in the back of our heads telling us that it's not gonna sell, it won't do well, people won't like it. Like, I could go on for days. Number two, we often compare ourselves to unrealistic standards or to artists that have been drawing 10 years longer than we've been drawing, or painting in your case. For example, you go on Instagram or Twitter or whatever social media platform that you use, and you see someone using nothing but paintbrushes, and they make something that looks like they printed it off a computer, and you quite haven't mastered realism yet, or you draw like cartoon-based work. Basically what I'm saying is just, I'm practicing so much, why can't I amount to that? Why can't I do that? And it's a very common thing that a lot of artists definitely put themselves through unintentionally. I do it as well sometimes. Number three would be lack of motivation. Lack of motivation is what robs most people of progress in general. And it's just like, since you're not motivated, you don't want to draw. And majority of the time, you don't draw because you're not motivated. But the thing is, motivation comes and goes. Discipline is where you force yourself out of those moves. It doesn't matter if you feel like drawing or not, you still kind of got to force yourself. Now, with that being said, that doesn't mean burn yourself out. Like, if you're working 3 jobs and you got a kid and you got all these responsibilities, like, obviously put art on the back burner. Like, if you have free time and you kind of feeling a little bit bleh, take some caffeine or coffee or pre-workout or something that's gonna give you an energy booster and get to work, man. Get to work in. Like, you don't have to sit up here and wait on an emotion that will come and go in the next hour or two. Come on, man. That's not how work is done. And that goes for anything in life, honestly. If you want to go to the gym, but you don't quite feel like it. Same thing can be applied with art and vice versa in real life. This is specifically a problem I have. Number 4 is rushing. I feel like I'm rushing to constantly put content out. And even when I'm still rushing, I still feel like I'm not moving fast enough. Cause it's just like, times are changing nowadays, and like the Instagram algorithm is all warped and everything. So it's just like, if I'm not putting out content, I'm gonna fall off, or not gonna get as much engagement. I'm not gonna get as much exposure. And come on, man. Art, like, you know how people say you can't rush art. No matter how cliche it sounds, it's facts. Cause it's like, it's not gonna be what you want it to be if you rush. If you just take your time, and the finished product is gonna look better if you take your time. That's what I'm trying to say. So stop rushing. Stop trying to weigh yourself thin over it. Just do what you do. Run by your process. Run on your time. The rule is gonna sound contradictory, and that would be not being consistent. Now, if you're spacing everything out between years, now, like, obviously you have a problem there, and maybe you're not taking it as serious as you think you are. But it's just like, now, if you're really trying to do this, like, you gotta realize consistency is key. And that's like with being a YouTuber or anything like that, in the gym, anything. I ran out of examples. But yeah, as long as you're not burning yourself out, just continually try and put out content or like artwork, or continuously create. Now, if art block hits you, that's one thing. That's something completely different. And speaking of the devil, art block. Art block has got to be one of the worst things to ever happen to any human being. On the man, I wouldn't wish it on the worst enemy. But honestly, I feel like, in my opinion, it kind of stems from underlying situations. And that's just where you just gotta duck off and just like handle that. Like, there's so many different things that can lead to art block. Maybe you just trying to find your style. Maybe you just got something else going on, like I said earlier. Like, just try and take some time to yourself and try to evaluate what's going on, and try to work past it, and just get back to it. Try not to rush those kind of things as well, because it's just gonna come back. Art block hits me. I honestly just sit there and ask what inspires me at that point in my life, and I kind of just draw whoever or whatever inspires me, and that's kind of how I get back into the groove of things. It might not be that easy for you, but for me, that's mainly what fixes it. Problem is a little bit more external. I'm trying to focus on like internal problems that artists have, but most people, or casuals like I call them, they're not gonna understand or care about the work or time that you put into your pieces. They're just gonna see the finished product and be like, oh, you charging this for this? Come on, man, blah, 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 blah. You're ripping people off. I witnessed it firsthand on Twitter. If y'all know who Derrick Henry is, star running back for the Tennessee Titans, posted on his Twitter that he would like to buy artwork or fan art from his followers. And there was a guy that did a picture, and someone, I'm getting triggered thinking about it. Why would you charge somebody this amount when it's just a piece of wood? Because he does wood carvings. Like, why would you do that? You're ripping people off. And oh, they ate him alive, and then replied, they chewed him up. Oh my goodness, and rightfully so. Just a prime example of some people just don't understand the time that you put into your craft. And hopefully they do eventually. Like, some people just ain't grown up yet, but can't really do nothing about it. Just kind of gotta keep working. This one is probably just mainly pertaining to me. If you can relate to this one, let me know in the comment section. But I don't know what the word for this is, but it's like, I am improving, but personally me, everybody else sees it but me. I think it's just that I'm so used to seeing my art on a daily basis, time and time and time again. I just don't see any improvement. I just feel like I've stayed at the same level for the past 2-3 years, but in reality, I'm leveling up, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. It's just like the artist is just always looking at his stuff, always like trying to perfect whatever he does. This probably falls under perfectionist category. If you can relate to these, let me know in the comment section down below. I kind of just started this on the whim and just sat up here and decided to make this video. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share. Peace.